Have you ever been robbed while working in retail? If so,
no, but our
times
place
were
did
you
get
shot?
robbed. I never got shot. There's not really anyone with guns in the UK, and if they do have guns,
Hello,
it's like a
Philza
shotgun,
Minecraft.
and it's a
have
farmer.
subbed to you.
Our place got robbed when we were closed a few
Yay for
times.
2 months.
What was hilarious is that the people that robbed us, right, were hitting like all of the like stores across the north. And when they hit us, they were so two head, zero brain Andes. So like they ran to the so basically we had a bunch of TVs at the front of the store, right? And they weren't like leashed up or anything. They weren't like on the ground where you could like not pick them up. You could literally pick one up and walk out the store if you wanted to, right? So they saw that and obviously like put us on the list of people to hit. So they hit us, but then also after getting those TVs, ran to the back where the technology area is. So like in most retail stores, they're mapped out a certain way to only have the expensive technology stuff right at the back of the store. So you have to walk through everything else. And you look at things, you're like, oh, I might get that. I might get this. Because the electronics section and the games and the videos and all that stuff and the music is usually the main place that people sometimes like straight away go for. They make a beeline for. So if you put that right at the back, people have to walk all the way through your store. And it's also where the most expensive stuff is. So it's a little bit harder to steal it. Anyway, I digress. So they broke into the store like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., something like that. Set off the alarms, of course. And they got right to the back after getting on TVs. So they sent like 2 people to the back of the store. And they smashed open these display cabinets that we had that had consoles in. Bearing in mind, nobody was in the store at this point. The whole place was closed. So nobody got hurt, right? So they smashed open these cabinets because they're like, oh my god, there's consoles in there. They stole like 2 consoles. But they didn't realize that we had accidentally left unlocked the cupboard underneath the cabinet, which had 10 times more consoles. It was full of Nintendo DSs. Specifically the Nintendo DS Lite. Actually full to the brim. We'd accidentally left it unlocked. And I came in the morning to a note that said, oops, the keys are gone. Someone took them home and didn't lock the cabinets. Can you check and see if they stole anything? And I checked, and they hadn't stole a fucking thing from the cabinets, those fools. There was thousands of pounds worth of stock. And they just had to just open the little cabinet. That's all they had to do, and they didn't fucking do it, and they lost out on so much more money. They ended up smashing a cabinet, which also you could just lift off, by the way. But, you know, they're in a hurry. The robbers, they're in a hurry. They're working on one brain cell. They're thinking grab and smash and grab, right? So they smashed the cabinet that didn't need to be smashed. Stole like a bunch of consoles out of there, which wasn't even that much. And then didn't even check the under cupboards. Dude, oh my god, I forgot to tell chat. Did I tell you guys about the like almost, like speaking of those cabinets, did I tell you guys about the almost 5-head play that a thief almost pulled on me? So there was this person who was the smartest, or rather one of the smartest thieves I'd ever seen in our store. So this person not only clocked those cabinets that I just told you about. Oh, they're growing, look cute. Not only did they clock those cabinets, as in, when I say clock, I mean like they noticed and like took note. Like they noted it and were like, okay, that's important. That's got a lot of stuff in. But also, they noticed that I would sometimes hang these security tags near the door, right? So these security tags that we had are quite common in most retail stores. And what they're called is they're called spider tags. And they're essentially like this little kind of like disc. It's like puck. It's like a puck, you know, in hockey. It's like a little puck that's got a bunch of... it's got like 4 wires coming out of it.
Hey Phil,
right?
What did the toaster say to the slice of bread? I want you inside me.
Brilliant. So it had like 4 wires coming out of it that you would then strap around different things, right? And you would tighten it. So you'd run the cables around and then turn it, and it went tightened it. Now sometimes these spider tags didn't come in versions that you could like wind up to be really small for like storage. They would sometimes be stuck being long. They'd be like the puck up here and then like cables and then the back section puck. So it'd like be about this size, right? Don't know, question mark? Yeah, bit of a weird one. So like, it was about that long. Usually, chat, I just move on. We just move on from weird donos. Just don't give them the time of day. So it's about this long, and then you would like hang it on like a little thing on the wall. Not only did he notice that was like a thing that I did, that I hung them on the side, but I also hung them on the side of the door, which led to those cabinets, right? So what he did was, whilst I was away from the desk, but why on the door? Because it was easier to access. It was easier to just access them. We didn't have like much room for a lot of them. So when I ran out of room, I put it on the little door. Bearing in mind the door was like waist high, right? It was like a gate, kind of. So the gate was right next to the cabinet, and sometimes the cabinet would be open because I was like serving a customer. And what this guy did is he pretended to look at the cabinet, right? He was like really close, and he was kind of looking at the cabinet. And then whilst I wasn't looking, whilst I was serving somebody, quickly just slid the tag, the puck end of the tag, into the cabinet and then closed the cabinet. So the cabinet was closed, but it had the wire sticking out of it. So it was pretty much like he saw what was in there, closed it with the spire tag inside to then get quick access to it again. Because if the tag is inside of it, then the lock can't be locked. So in his head, he was thinking, if the tag isn't in there, then I know it's locked and I won't get caught trying to open it. Yeah. Holy shit is right. I know. That was the most big brain thing, because I even like, I saw him trying to open it, right? So what happened was I didn't see him do that at first. And then later he tried to do the move to like pull the spire tag and open the cabinet whilst I wasn't looking again. To like get it open, like maybe sneak something. And I wasn't like at the desk at the time, and I was coming back, and I caught him like in the middle of it, and I was like, sorry, you can't go in there. It's you know, it's got stock. Did you need any help with anything? He was like, no, and he left. Because of like how weird that interaction was, I went and talked to the security guy who pulled up the footage, and we watched him fucking do that shit. I was like, this guy, watch where he goes. He spent almost 30 to 45 minutes wandering around the area, peeking over the shelves to see where I was, waiting for his moment, dude. Like, holy shit. Like, it was pretty big brain. There's been smarter ones. There's definitely been smarter. But that was like a big brain play that I was not expecting at the time. So it made me like super aware that people can be really like, I don't know, like kind of sneaky, you know, in retail. Isn't that 5-head though? Yeah, let me just slide this tag in that's specifically on this cabinet side into the cabinet, so I know if it's locked or not, to then come back later and jam it open, literally pull it open real quick when nobody's there. Oh no, got caught. He was slick enough. He was slick enough to set up, but not slick enough to finalize. So yeah, I got pretty lucky with that one, honestly. Boop. But it made me like really aware of people doing like sly shit when I wasn't around. So I would always make sure to have an extra like an extra person nearby to keep an eye on the desk from then on, or to always keep an eye on it within like 10 seconds, 15 seconds of being away.